Hello. It has been a while, I know. I just wanted to come on and say hello and check in because I usually post, you guys know if you subscribe here, pretty much every other day now, every day or every other day, like very consistently. But then there's been like 2 or 3 times also. I just have to show you Duchess and her throne. I have Aslan here on the leash because he's puppy. I put Arlo inside just to like have a little bit of peace so that I can sit down with you guys. But I'm still here in Portugal. My lease of this house is up soon, which is good because you guys know there's mold in this house, which it's been such an experience of healing through mold again. If you don't know, my story really started with a few things, but a big one of the catalysts was toxic mold, which led me down the path of healing Lyme. Sorry, my camera died. I'm a rookie now. It's been like, I don't know, like 5 days. But it led me down the path of Lyme disease and of learning so much about nutrition, I became a nutritionist. I went through a few different nutrition programs. I worked in a health and nutrition company for 5 years. It made me into the person that I am today because of it. And essentially, I did all my treatments for Lyme, did all the detoxes and everything to get the mold out of my system, all the heavy metals, the parasites, all that. But the thing that I was left with was my neuroplasticity and the way that my brain had been wired for illness for so long. And so that taught me about brain retraining and brain rewiring. And essentially, it's like, I keep saying essentially, but like ultimately, if I had not gone through toxic mold, I would have never created NŌVÉ. And so NŌVÉ is why I've been so MIA the past few months. I've been so laser focused. I've never been so laser focused on anything in my life, I don't think. Like, maybe I gave this much dedication to basketball, like when I was an athlete. I'm still an athlete, but like when I was playing and competing, and like it was all day, every day. I'd wake up, start my practice, weightlifting in the morning practice, go to school, after school, run a timed mile. If I didn't make the timed mile, I'll have to run it again. I would run 5:55 was my mile time. And I was always a very fast runner. I was always the fastest on my team, and then I would do track and cross country too if I had time in my schedule. But basketball was my thing, and then I would have practice, and then I was usually on 2 or 3 teams at a time, so then I would have other practices, which obviously it makes sense why I had such a dysregulated nervous system that I had to heal later on. But I understand, like, being an athlete, and maybe some of you guys relate with this, being an athlete taught me what it means to be really dedicated to something and to hold a vision to something too. Like, the reason I was a very strong shooter, like that was my specialty, and that was what I was known for, was being a really good shooter. And so I was a 2 or 3 usually, if you know basketball, and my number was 21. And I would, it's like we hear about all the time that athletes meditate and visualize, right? And so before I would shoot, I would feel the ball going in. Like, I literally would see it in my mind and I would feel it in my body. And then when it would happen, it was just confirmation. Like, it was like, of course, because I already knew. I already knew from the second I felt the vibration of energy move in my toe, that would, like, because when you shoot, it pretty much starts in your toe, and then it moves, the energy moves all the way up your leg, through your body, through your arm, through your release, and off your last 2 fingers. And so it's this full body thing. And when you do it right, and you hold the visualization, you hold the energy right, and you don't doubt yourself, the ball goes in. If you skip a step in how the energy needs to be held, if you doubt it going in, Like you fear it, you're thinking about the crowd, you're thinking about, you know, your boyfriend in the stands or whatever. I never really had boyfriends come to my games, but not that I can remember. And I didn't like them too, because I was a very strong player, but there was still, like, my weak point was getting in my head. Like, if I got in my head, it was kind of hard for me to get out of my head. And so I think that's coming through right now. I've never talked about this with you guys. So interesting. Whatever it is that you're focused on right now, I think it's requiring, like, that level of attention, like really dedicating your energy from the toe to the finger, like from the start to the finish of your entire field. Maybe you have to allow yourself to be the vessel for that creation that you are visualizing, and to know it so certainly. Like, when I'm going through the steps right now of creating a NŌVÉ, like I thought it would be launched a long time ago. I thought it would be launched, like, I remember when I got to Portugal, I was like, for sure by February it'll be launched. But what it was then versus what it is now is so different. Like, it is so different. Before, NŌVÉ used to be just a platform pretty much for dream life sleep hypnosis, to create it, and then also a platform like where you could create NŌVÉs for like certain areas in the chosen timeline. And I think, like, originally it was just to listen to while you were sleeping, and then I made it like awake and asleep. And now it's like, it's alive. Like, it's literally alive, and it will evolve with you, which is so cool. Like, as your vision changes, as you timeline leap, it evolves with you, and your personalization evolves with you, and like the way that it serves you evolves with you. It's so cool. It really is so cool. Like, as a user of it, it's my favorite app. And so, and I know I'm biased, but the reason why I've been so MIA with it is because it has taken so much. It's taken all of me, really. It's like I wake up and I try and do like a morning thing before getting started, because I don't think it's like so good for your mental health just to like start work right away. So I will, before I was testing the morning script, because you get a morning and an evening script based off of your chosen timeline, all that. And you should, I intend for people to listen to it right when they wake up and right when they're going to bed, because that's when your brain is in a really great malleable state as you're transitioning brainwaves. That's why I created Dream Life Sleep Hypnosis the way that it is, because your brain is the most malleable while you're sleeping. And so that's in there as well. But the morning script, when I was like really developing it, I would wake up and I would listen to it just because I was also excited about it. So right now, I'm trying not to do that because it's pretty solid at this point. And I'll wake up and like feed the animals, have my coffee, and I'm challenging myself now that it's finally warm-ish to go walk to the ocean in the morning. Not all the way to the beach because that's too stimulating with the dogs. Aslan, those are the neighbor's dogs, but Aslan gets like so fired up about the beach because of the few times I've let him off the leash there, and he's super friendly with everyone and everything. He's always been. He's never shown any signs of aggression, but if you guys know, he's a Kangal, and I didn't know about Kangals before coming to Europe. I had written in my notes app of 1 million dog names what kind of breeds I wanted. It's funny, I have like 200, maybe 300 names for dogs and animals at this point that I've collected over the years. It's so cute to like see some checked off of the animals that I do have. And I have a few for human babies and I'm pretty like sure about those. And then I had a few dog breeds. I only had like 2 or 3, I had like 3 or 4 dog breeds of when I would see a dog and I would be like, oh my god, what's your dog? I'm so in love. And I had done that for an Anatolian Shepherd in the US, I guess, at one point. I think I remember it being in Orange County. So I forgot all about it, but I had put it on the list. And then I ended up by chance with a Kangal, which they're pretty much the same breed, Kangals and Anatolian Shepherds. And so anyway, I didn't really know about the breed, but Kangals are the strongest dog breed in the world by far. They have the same bite force as a lion. They are, Cane Corso is the second. My dad had a Cane Corso. They're wonderful dogs too. They're livestock guardians. His job is to be my guardian. my personal guardian. That's part of the reason why we bred them in Italy. So as brothers and sisters, they guard the land. They're learning to guard the land right now. We are doing a livestock guardian course. It's all in Italian, so I've been also learning Italian through it, but we're learning like the best way to train them and everything. And Aslan's job is a bit different, and so he's, you know, it's good that we have changing environments, because he's not going to become like so protective over the environment, more so over me and our flock, and so our herd. So yeah, anyway, he's on the beach, so excited, loves everyone, like it's his favorite thing in the entire world. But other owners do get scared sometimes by him and his size, if they have a small dog or whatever, and or if they're not comfortable with dogs. So I don't do it so often. I don't know that I'll do it again. I don't know. I think that I just am gonna keep the vision of a farm soon, so that he has that to run around. But yeah, so I avoid going down to the beach because it's like way too stimulating trying to like get him to calm down, Arlo to calm down, because he's excited. So we sit up on the cliff and we look. It's like such a close walk, which is so nice. We look at the water, I talk with my angels and guides, we go on a walk, I come back, I do my workout, which is just a 30-minute workout right now. Train well. I'll try and put it in the description, or in the description if I remember, but if I forget, and if you want a 2-week free trial for a trainer, like an online personal trainer, through this app with a real human, then let me know in the comments and I will send you the link. But I've been doing that for, I have a 55-day streak now where I've done these workouts, and so my trainer has, and this is not sponsored, but my trainer has changed my workouts so that they fit my schedule right now, which is Appland. And then I get started in Nove. And so I keep almost thinking that it's like ready to go, but what I've learned through this process of developing an app is like, I think because, so a lot of people will be like, oh, it's so easy to develop an app now, like there's all these technologies, and excuse you, and I've realized, because I was like, that's not my experience. Like my experience has been like, I'll almost get it ready and then there's like everything falls apart, and it's like not responsive even with the changes and the updates and everything. And because mine is more of like a technology than just like a kind of straightforward app, that's why it's like it's more complex, and so it makes sense. And I've been more patient with it ever since I've understood that. Like the ones that I saw an influencer being like, oh, it's so easy, blah blah blah, it was so quick, I built an app. And when I looked at her app, which I think is a cool design and like a cool idea, it's more of like a community based thing, so it's like people can communicate from all over the world with like-minded things, and that's relatively easy to build. This one has a lot of details, and so I've kind of limited myself now. I'm like, no more features. I'm not adding more features to Nove. I'm just getting everything to function to the best of the ability so that I can give it to my founding members. I was really hoping for a week ago on my birthday on Sunday. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes on the previous. It's been a little bit longer than a week, huh? So you guys wished me happy birthday the day before my birthday. I ended up making this video. I'll play it in a second. Actually, I'll play it right now. It's like a minute long, and then we'll come back. Hello from my birthday staycation here in Portugal. So I wanted to show you guys. I was just about to leave. Actually, the dogs are in the car. But look how beautiful this is. So I stayed here last night, kind of last minute. I went to coffee in the morning on my birthday, and then I really wanted to like go do something special for my birthday. And also I've just been working on Nove, my app, all day, every day for the past, I don't know, like really like 16 hour days for the past month and a half straight. So it was nice to get a little bit of a break. And that was where I stayed, called Casa do Pastor, I believe. Like, look how cute this is. And the boys and I, we hiked up there last night, like right after sunset. And the church bells, I'll play the church bells here. Yeah, and so those are so beautiful. I've heard a few things about church bells before, of like how regulating they are to the nervous system and why they maybe took them away from our society, but it was very regulating to hear. So yeah, this is just a cute little place. It's exactly what I was hoping for. Look how beautiful. I just love it so much. So I will probably add this to the beginning of a video, and I'm going to go drive with the doggies, but I really wanted to show you guys. So thank you so much for birthday wishes on my last video. So cheers to 31 and to a really amazing year of Nove being born into this world. Hopefully the new adventure, which I don't think I've told you guys about, but in the next like 2 months, we will be on the next adventure. So stay tuned. Yeah, so that was like such a cute trip in the mountains here, and it was really last minute, but it was really nice just to like change it up for a little bit and disrupt the pattern. And what I've come to learn about disrupting patterns and traveling and going to new places, it's so beneficial for you when you are trying to manifest something, when you are trying to create something, when you are going through a timeline shift, because it like shakes up the energy of whatever is in the way, whatever is stagnant. Like it gives you a new perspective rather than just being on autopilot with certain patterns. And so I was like, this is a double whammy. It's like very enjoyable, cozy for me and my animals, like having a fireplace. Like I had the fire going in the place that I was staying in. Did I include a video of the place that I stayed in? I'll include a video here. Yeah, so this is the place, but it was really nice. And so I felt like it was a double whammy because of the app being about to launch. Like it obviously wasn't ready to launch on my birthday like I hoped, but I was like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, shake up the energy, take a breather, and then come back to it. And now I feel like it's like pretty much there. There's a few things like with Sleep Nove, like just the playback that I was trying to fix, but I really can't, and like this is kind of technical, but like I really can't finish the rest of these things until it's on the first wave of like the Apple Store and the Android Store. So it will be available on Apple and Android. And like the way that it works is you can launch an app for like a tester first through Apple and through Google Play, and like give it to a certain amount of people, and then after that you upload it to like the official App Store and the official Google Play. So that's the plan, is I'm waiting to just get approved for the both of them, and then it only takes a few days, and it's like not a hard thing to get approved for the test round. So then I'll do that, give it to the founding members, and they'll get their experience with it, and then during that time I will work on submitting it to get officially approved so that it is available to everybody. So any of you who are not founding members who want to try the app and you just like didn't feel ready or called to commit to being a founding member, there's a free trial, so you'll be able to try it for free, and I'll send you all the information when that is a thing. And it's just cool how like the timing is all working out too. So I mentioned in the video in the mountains, I have a vision, a new idea. This has happened like quite a few times now, where if you've been following for a while, some of you have been here since Switzerland. That's when I first started 2 years ago, like a few months, like two years and 3 months ago. And I was in Switzerland, and I get these little bursts of inspiration, and then I'm like, that's the next adventure. And so I had that. I had it recently, but then I had it again recently. So I had it, and I told you guys I want a farm, and I really want to have animals, and I really want to, just be on the land again, and I miss that. And I wasn't sure if it would be here or in Italy. I feel like the land will be in Italy, and I feel like I will want like a beach home here. I don't know. I see people with the farm. I hope these cars aren't too loud. I'm so sorry. I'll wait for that one to go by. But I've seen people have beautiful farms here in Portugal, but something just tells me that it's meant to be Italy. I think I want to be close to the farm in Italy and like be able to go there and see the horses and everything there. And I like being in civilization here in Portugal. Like, I could get a farm that's close to civilization here. That's still an option as well. I still ponder that, like land and having a yurt and whatnot and building a house over time and being like 15 minutes away from this village. So many loud motorcycles right now. So we'll see. I'm letting the process unfold, and like I'm sure the divine will guide me to exactly what it's meant to be at the right time. But I really want to get another van. I really want a motorhome, like a bigger, not like a van, but like a motorhome with the bed over top. That's what I've been eyeing. And so I think that as this place comes to an end and as the app starts to become live and alive and out in the public, the goal has been for the entire time of being in Europe to go to Norway for the summer, or at least like for a month, like whenever it's the warmest. I have to do my research again, I forget. If you're from Norway, let me know the best time to come. But I really want to go hiking now that my ankle's like pretty much healed. It still needs work, but I can go hiking with the dogs. I really want to do like the hut to hut hiking in Switzerland and the Dolomites, where, if you don't know, there are these beautiful hikes where you literally can stay in huts. So like you stay in a hut. You can even have a service like bring your bag to the next hut, so then you hike all day to the next hut, and they're just like these cute little cabins, and there's little restaurants along the way, or like there's going to be food as well at the hut, the next hut that you get to. And what's really cool is like when I went hiking with my aunt in Switzerland, if you don't know, I'm Swiss. I'm part Swiss, and so I have family there, but we went hiking kind of by Lake Como when I was staying there, and she was showing me one of the places that does this. And so they don't have, you can't bring a car there. You have to bring the food up every single day, or they do, through, what are they called? It's not like a gondola, but it's kind of like it's like a string when they put the food on the cart, and then it gets pulled up the mountain to the hut, and then they like hike to the hut and they make the food there. And so they're not all like this. I don't know. They might all be like this, but just some of them at least are, I know. And I love that. I love that. The way that Switzerland makes me feel inside is just like so warm and fuzzy. Like, it really is like warm and fuzzy when I think about Switzerland. And not all parts of it, but that kind of thing. And then also I even saw a video the other day where there was like this stand in nature on a hike, and it's not locked or anything, and it had like milk and cheese and things like that, and it's just so trustworthy, and so you just feel the purity in it. The system is like you take what you want and you leave some cash. And my algorithm has been, because between edits, like I've been able to kind of like tailor my algorithm on Instagram to me and see some interesting videos. But the thing that I keep getting right now are these at-home like sourdough things where these women are creating like huts, and they're having them, it's all about huts right now, but they're having them in their yard, and they'll bake the sourdough, or it's usually sourdough, in their house, and then they put them in the hut, and then they like leave a QR code or like a money thing, and then the neighbors all come and they pick up their orders, and then they leave the money. So there's just something so real and wholesome about that. And to tie it into like spirituality, I feel, you know, the timeline split has happened, and so there's one way that the world is going, where it's like this deep, dark, scary, fearful, blah blah blah. Or there's the other way that we're headed, which is connecting back to the land, being outside, like doing things that we love, baking sourdough, making cute little huts that are based off of like just trust and community and like local. And I think I just see it so clearly unfolding right now, and I'm feeling so excited about it. I'm excited about living on the land again. I'm excited about being out in nature. I'm excited about traveling. I'm excited about meeting new people. I'm excited about the future. Like, I know that, like, we have the whole energy crisis right now, and the gas issue, and the war, and like all of this happening right now, which of course, like, that's heavy stuff. But I also feel like it's the beginning. It's the end and the beginning. Nove, my app, means 9 in Portuguese and Italian, which I had no idea I was coming to Portugal and wanting to, like, my Nove is splitting my time between Portugal and Italy, which is just so funny how it all came full circle. And Nove, like, it also it means new, and the number 9 in numerology is the end, but it's also the beginning. And so I feel like that's where we are right now, is like we're in the end and the beginning. And what I kept getting downloaded with, which, like, this has been really kind of circling in my mind the past few days, is like, when I was in Ireland and stranded there, but divinely stranded. I was divinely stranded on the island. I kept getting that download that it's the end and the beginning. Like, what was it? It was like, you have no end and you have no beginning. Like, there is no such thing as time, pretty much. Like, the downloads always come through in, like, riddles, kind of, but it's like you're not just infinite. There is no end and there is no beginning to you. And, like, Nove and everything that I teach about and talk about on here and everything that I feel to be true is that exactly. Like, there is no limit to you. There is no limit to you. And there is this process that we're experiencing right now on Earth where we're waking up to that. And so I feel that all of us that come to these videos that are here right now in this moment are answering the call to come to Earth and to go on this wild ass journey of remembering exactly that there is no end and there is no beginning. There is just like there is no end and there is no beginning, yet this is the end and this is the beginning, which is just such a crazy, like, contradiction. So the whole path was remembering that so that we could raise it. It literally is what I was being shown. It is about raising this, and it was a pyramid, raising this pyramid, this intelligence from within, from the kingdom within, for this moment right now where the timeline split is happening, so that you can live your life of limitlessness, and be on Earth in the new Earth. And I think I've just, like, again, I've been seeing and feeling into, like, as I'm walking through my day, and, like, when I go on my walks and I'm not just like blah, 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 blah. When I'm walking through my day, or even when I'm just like I have this knowing of what life is about to be like. And that's a very linear thing to say, but in this realm we kind of do experience life through a linear perspective of time, though time is not real and space is not real. We perceive it to be real. And so I feel and I anticipate that it's about to be so abundant and so quantum and so free and so connected and so different. Like, really, like, it feels like that warm and fuzzy feeling that I get when I think about that little hut with the cheese and the milk in Switzerland. Like, and when I think about, like, people just hiking through hut to hut and, like, coming from all over the world and, like, meeting each other in the beautiful, most magical Alps. Like, that is the feeling that I get about where we're headed. And what I feel about right now is kind of, or how I feel about right now is kind of how I feel when I'm in the process of shooting in basketball. So it's like that momentum is happening and that vision of the ball going in is so clear, and it's like we're in it. It's inevitable, it's happening. The vision is so clear. We answered the call, we're doing the job, we've done the deed of remembering, of doing the work, of teaching our, like, a lot of basketball and any sport, but, like, my experience is muscle memory. And so practicing all day, every day, showing up all day, every day, doing the thing, looking at yourself honestly and being like, my follow through is like a little too much to the left, and like that's making the ball go off. So like correcting and correcting and correcting, and that's what you've been doing with the shadow work and all this stuff and all these relationships that were just like so intense and so hard, like the lack and the illness and all this stuff. You've been finding how you had to correct and how you best respond to that, so that you could be in this like final momentum of the shot happening, and you're holding the vision so clear, and you're like already in the momentum where you know it's going to happen. Like this is like one of those shots where I know it's going to go in. And that's what this feels like. Does that make sense? Are you guys following? Like, is anything that I'm saying? Because it makes so much sense how this is tying together right now, and I'm so glad I sat down for this message. So hold steady is what I'm hearing. It's like hold steady and allow yourself to surrender to the process that you're in right now, because of that inevitable unfolding that is happening so soon. And if it's intense right now, and if you just like want to quit and you want to give up, that's the best sign ever. If you want to quit and you want to go run away and hide, that is a good sign. That means that you are so close. If you want to break down and you're about to have a breakthrough, it's when it happens. That's something that has been coming through a lot recently as well, is like right before the breakdown is the breakthrough. But most people do turn back at the breakdown. Most people are like, this breakdown is evidence that it's not working. And I remember when I was doing like I don't know if I was doing a course. I was doing a lot of research on Amazon, because I had an Amazon business before. So I was studying a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of millionaires, a lot of like people with success. And it was during the time of the pandemic. I was doing a Tony Robbins course with Dean Graziosi, or whatever his last name is. And I remember something that was like very consistent in a lot of their stories is like right before the breakdown or breakthrough is the breakdown. And they would give evidence of it. It was like their credit cards would be all maxed out, like nothing would be working out, the whole thing would be falling apart, like all their limitations started showing up. But instead of using that as a reason to, or like evidence to that they should quit, they kept going. And literally like right after, there was a graph of someone that like they showed, I think it was like their income or something on the graph, but he's like, this is the moment where I wanted to give up and this is the moment where I didn't. And then you see like a skyrocket in the income. And so when we think about like reality transurfing, it talks about just that. Like it talks about that exact process. So when you choose a timeline with your free will and you see the vision, like I see the the ball going in the basket, when you choose it, what happens in your perceived reality is that anything that is preventing you from having that happen starts to manifest for you. So like for me, this house being super moldy, it's like I came to Portugal to launch this app, to create this app and to launch this app. That was the goal, that was the vision, that was the exact like intention. And as soon as I get here, it's like, mold in the house, run away, run away, give up, and like just focus on being scared. And the thing that has been also coming through a lot, wait for these motorhomes to go by, is my understanding of the enemy. And Satan, devil, service of self, whatever you want to call it, darkness. Because we're seeing it so much. We're seeing it so much, like so clearly now with the files that came out and just like understanding it to a whole new level. I feel like I had a good grasp on it from the Law of One material, and like that really clarified a lot for me. A lot of it resonated with me. And what will happen when we choose with our free will what we're going to do, we go for the light, we want to bring the light through, we're in that like final moment of like, this is why I came to earth, everything that I've learned, all the muscle memory, I'm about to make the shot, I'm about to like have the winning shot, and then all the light's going to come through and it's going to light up the whole room and everyone's going to be filled with so much joy. The darkness is like, no, I don't like the light. And so it'll be like, boom, your deepest, darkest fear. Be afraid. Be controllable. Guilt, shame, worry, doubt, fear, lack. Believe in it. Believe in it. Stay small. And then you have the choice. You have the choice to be like, I believe in that. Fuck. Or I don't want to play that stupid little fucking human game anymore. Like I'm good. I'm going to like do the other thing where I am free. And like where I am limitless and where I can live life the way that I want to live. And you have that choice. And so when you do that and you don't believe in the pendulums and in the service of self entities that want to keep you enslaved and trapped in the illusions of distortion of truth and in the darkness, that is when you set yourself free. That is when you make the shot. That is when you go from the momentum in your body, the momentum after you made that free will choice, I'm going to take this shot. You start feeling it go through your entire being, and you're holding the vision so clear it's going to go in no matter what. I already feel it. I already chose it. I already know it. It's inevitable. I've made shots before. Of course I can make this shot. The only thing holding me back is my own fucking mind. When you get out of your own way, it goes in. You already have done the hard work. You've done the hard work of muscle memory. You've done the hard work of moving through all the dark nights of the soul, all the things, the karmic agreements, all those things that your higher self was like, this is how I'm going to train for this moment, for this final shot. And it's not like the end, right? It's not the end of your life, this final shot, but it is the beginning. This is like profound shit. I'm always really wild sometimes, and maybe I know I'm not the only one that is with me in this moment right now, but I'm like, wow, this is cool, and this is exactly what I needed to hear too. And so it's like after that shot goes through, it really is the warm and fuzzy. And so allow yourself to be in, it's like I'm seeing the shot, the basketball shot, the momentum of that happening and the energy moving through the body, but I'm also seeing the momentum that moves through like the female body when they're giving birth. Like when they're giving birth, the body knows, it has like the muscle memory. The body knows what to do. The body does it, and like the woman goes through that process of birthing, and they're not going to have the capacity to, you know, do extra things. And maybe you don't have the capacity right now to be as social as you want to be, or to like do as much as you want to do in life. And like that was the other thing, is like, how do I say this? In the book, no, I can't give spoilers. How do I say this? You can't build, I don't want to say you can't, but like this is just how it's coming through. Let's see. You can't build the kingdom, the better world. Like, so you're the queen, you're the king, and you want to, in your rule of the throne, you want to build a better world, right? That's your goal. You want to build this beautiful land. You want to revive it after war and chaos and destruction and all the dark times, right? But first you have to like win the war. Like first you have to wrap it up and have victory, and then you build the kingdom. Then you build the better world, and then you enjoy it, right? And so I feel like, I'm trying to find the words for this, I feel like the war right now, the conflict or the chaos in the world right now, like that is very symbolic for what's being birthed in a new earth. Like, so this is all ending, and it's all falling apart. All the illusions, the distortions, like they're getting, how do I say this? They're ending in that chaos, in that realm of everything. At the same time, you're rising to your throne, and you are stepping into the leadership of the kingdom within. And once you claim that spot, and once you remember, like fully remember your limitlessness, the truth of who you always have been, beyond the distortions, that's when you get to build a better world. That's when you get to enjoy the beautiful kingdom that is yours and the magic that lives within that kingdom and has always been available to you and has always been you. And I know that it has been a difficult time getting to this throne through this remembrance, and I really feel that we have arrived. And so this might be the final push. This might be the final surrender, the final birthing of what it is that you need to step into and bring forward in your life in order to fully be able to enjoy and be in that kingdom within as the center point of your perceived reality, and move forward in your life here on earth from that place and fulfill your mission of that process so that you can serve this world in becoming the new earth. I think that was it. And I will elaborate on that idea and that concept more and more and more as we move through time. But I'm so happy to be here. Thank you guys so much for being here, for supporting my vision and my path and my journey. And I hope that my videos have been of support to you in your path and your journey in some way. I am truly so excited to launch NŌVÉ once it is live soon. Soon. And yeah, I'm really excited to take you along the journey of what's next as well. I feel I'm envisioning kind of like a shift in content. I don't know exactly like if the YouTube content will shift so much because I love these sit-down talks, but I really have been wanting to like dive into videography, storytelling, and I know I shared that like a year ago. I wasn't in the space to really do that yet. But my vision, it's really related to NŌVÉ actually, like how it will be structured. But I want to get like a drone. I want to take you guys through the Swiss Alps, Norway, Dolomites, away from the motorcycles. I love it here, but I am excited to be in nature a bit more. So, love you guys so much. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you are new here. Leave a comment if you feel called to do so. If you don't know what to say, you can put a wolf emoji. We love wolves here. Your comments really do support my channel and like the algorithm. So does liking the video. And if you want to hype the video, you get 3 a week. So hyping really helps. Thank you so much. I think that is all that I have for you. If you want to join my retreat in Italy in July, I will link that below. So I'm doing a retreat with World Packers, and it's a women's retreat. I believe that we are going to open the group chat soon. Once we have everyone, once we have 60 women in there, that's when we'll open the group chat for questions and for signups and like whoever is ready to sign up. So join the group chat, and I hope to see you in Italy. And that is all. I will see you in the next video. Bye.